this video, everybody, I will be discussing the status of the next round of relief payments. President Biden has decided to raise wages for more federal workers to no less than $15 an hour. And many lawmakers are concerned about the U.S. economy's slow recovery. Everybody, what are your thoughts on the fourth stimulus check? And do you believe that President Biden will send out another round of stimulus payments this year? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. And before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. On this channel, everybody, I always do my best in providing you with the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check news. So folks, be sure to subscribe.
But what did you think when you read this report?
Well, I think as you can guess, Jake, I was not shocked.
Our current tax system rewards wealth, not work.
Now, the U.S. Treasury Department said Tuesday that more than half of the money dispersed in the third round of stimulus payments has gone to households with incomes of under $50,000. About 52% of the funds sent out through June 3rd went to households reporting a GI income of under $50,000 on their 2019 or 2020 tax returns. According to IRS data, additional 10% of the stimulus payment amounts went to households that did not file tax returns in either of those 2 years, a group that typically has very low incomes. Now folks, the IRS also reported that about 85% of the payment amounts went to households reporting income of under $100,000 or non-filer households. Bloomberg reported that households residing in states in the Midwest and West on average received the biggest payments, while households in the Northeast on average received the smallest payments.
Mr. Speaker, I rise today to offer 6 amendments to the Invest in America Act. It is imperative that any infrastructure bill that we work on and pass by Congress helps to achieve 2 goals. 1, address the history of injustice and displacement that traditional and historic infrastructure investment has imposed on communities of color and working.
And I predicted what would happen is the House was going to call for massive cuts in Social Security. What did the budget director, what did the head of the budget committee do? He proposed cutting Medicare by $500 billion.
Now, household size was a key factor in the variation among states. The latest batch of stimulus checks comes as more states are ending enhanced unemployment aid, cutting off millions of jobless workers from their $300 in weekly aid, just 2 months before the federal funding is due to expire. About 1 in 4 people on unemployment will lose their benefits from the early cutoff of jobless benefits. According to a new analysis, job hunting has slowed down in 12 states that opted out of federal unemployment programs in recent weeks, suggesting that policy may not be working as planned. The states ended the crisis-era benefits, including an extra $300 a week, about 3 months ahead of their September 6th expiration. Job searches are about 4% below the national average in Alaska, Iowa, Mississippi, and Missouri, which stopped paying the federal benefits as of June 12th. But state governors claim that generous benefits offer an incentive to stay home and make it difficult for businesses to hire, while critics say benefits are not having a large effect on worker decisions, and that curtailing funds will harm the economy by cutting household spending. However, the data could shift in coming weeks. Experts say that it is difficult to say with certainty what effect enhanced benefits are having on the labor market without allowing more time to pass. Everybody, do you believe that states in the country should reinstate the federal $300 weekly unemployment benefit? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Now, Bernie Sanders, everybody, recently showed support for additional stimulus checks in a recent tweet. That is after the University of Michigan released study results analyzing the stimulus checks, finding that they resulted in lower rates of food insecurity and financial instability. President Joe Biden is reportedly open to more stimulus checks. Progressive Democrats are pushing President Biden to provide Americans with more stimulus money. Recently, more than 80 Democrats banded together and wrote 2 letters to Biden, campaigning for more economic relief. In one of the letters, it reportedly claimed that a 4th and a 5th round of stimulus checks would keep 12 million Americans out of poverty. While acknowledging the success of the American Rescue Plan, Congressman Jimmy Gomez also said it wasn't enough relief for Americans in a letter to the White House. In the letter, Gomez said, the success of the American Rescue Plan, combined with direct financial assistance in the CARES Act and prior federal legislation, is evident in communities nationwide. But we cannot pretend that a $1,400 check will be enough to last us a year, and we need to be prepared with a strengthened safety net should a similar economic crisis strike again. Tell me what you think, everybody, in the comments below. As always, folks, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate your amazing support.
As we move into this weekend, these just 6 months of Biden administration, we have the highest gas prices in 7 years, as many want to hit the road. Inflation grew at the fastest rate since 2008. Crime. Last weekend, more than 70 shootings in Chicago. Just watched the weeks before, a man and woman pulled from their car in broad daylight and shot and killed in the streets of Chicago. Just a few weeks ago, we watched the young children walking their neighborhood in New York get knocked down by a man running, being shot at. Continued to shoot at him as he laid on top of the children. We watched crime continue to spike as the Democrats made that movement just a few years ago, hear about defunding of the police. Now we watch the Democrats defunding the police is not enough for them. We watched what happened in appropriations just yesterday. The defunding of the border as well. From CBP and ICE. Even reducing it below than what the Biden administration wants. We watched the person in charge, the vice president, spend a short amount of time along the border, more at an airport, saying that they inherited a problem, but each month the problem has gotten worse. They set a new record, a 21-year record of the number of people coming across. Well, I think the American public wants more. They want to hold people accountable. They want a border that's secure. They want an economy that will grow. They want inflation under control, and they want a gas price they can afford as well. Unfortunately, no one thought in this short amount of time they'd put America in this greatest crisis. We watched the Middle East erupt, and today they had an opportunity not to send offensive, but defensive to our greatest ally, the only democracy in the Middle East, and they could not even agree on that. With that, let's open it up for questions. You want to go to you first?
Yeah.
All right, go right ahead. Let's guess.
So why should Liz Cheney lose her committee assignments for agreeing to serve on a select committee to investigate what happened on January 6th?
I'm not making any threats about committee assignments, but as you know how Congress works, you get elected by your district, and you get your committees from your conference. So when Jeff Van Drew left the party and became a Republican, he got lost his committee assignments from the Speaker and got them from the Republican conference. When Justin Amash left, he then went and got his committee assignments from the Speaker. I don't know in history where someone would go get their committee assignments from the Speaker and expect them to have them from the conference as well.
But you haven't even